I've been reading this book called The Joke by Milan Kundera, the French writer, and I'm about halfway through it, and I've been trying to figure out, like, what is this book about? And I think I figured it out. I think it's about paranoia. I think it's about suspicion. I'm about halfway through it, and I think I might have figured it out. I think what the book is about is paranoia. And like, so it's set during wartime and during communism, and I think it's about how the spirit of paranoia and suspicion like inhabits people during that time and how insidious it is. I think it's about the insidious nature of a nothing that might be a something. Between what is said and not meant and what is meant and not said, most of love is lost. I'm such a maniac vlogging in the supermarket, but then I remember I'm not the only person vlogging in the supermarket. Well, maybe I am right now. I'm trying to look down the lens. What am I actually looking for? Do you have any idea how lucky we are to live in a country where our supermarkets have real food? Like, look at all this food we have. Do you know in North Korea they have fake supermarkets? Fake supermarkets, can you imagine? Real pumpkin, see? Don't forget to keep death and karma front of mind when you are speaking and acting. I love you and you're beautiful and you're perfect. Look at this bum. Look at this bum. Oh my goodness. Oh, but look at it. But look at this bum. Do you have anything to say? So I think it's about how when you live in a communist country or somewhere where there is a thick air of suspicion and fear, you can't really tell jokes. Like, it's hard to tell jokes because people are like, well, what did you mean by that? You know, but what do you mean by that? I think that's what it's about. So long as you are acting from a place of fear or anger, your words and actions will never have a real power. Your words and actions will only have true power if you speak and act from love. In Kundalini Yoga, we say Sat Nam, which means I am truth, or truth is my identity. Don't eat my pasta. I see you trying to eat my pasta. Don't you dare. So many men are just illusions these days. Do you miss me when we're not together? Do you think about me all the time? Don't forget that fear is an illusion and everybody dies, and television and TikTok are poison for the mind and soul. I know that dating is really hard these days because everyone has social media and everyone has dating apps and no one has shame anymore also. Everyone's doing porn. Like, everyone is doing porn, and it's really crazy to be dating in this kind of a world. Men pursue, women are pursued. So these men who have the audacity to message you late at night and ask you things like, hey, did you want to meet up tonight at your house? Why are we meeting strangers at our house? Like, if a man wants to meet you, he can take you out to dinner. He should message you and be like, hey, can I take you out to dinner sometime? And if he doesn't, then just forget about him. Leave him behind. Stop wasting your time and energy on low effort fuckboys. I'm obviously passionate about this point. Stop giving yourself away energetically so easily. God is watching. So the message is, stop wasting your time and energy on low effort fuckboys and just like make some space for the men who are really going to show up. A man should message you and be like, hey, can I take you out to dinner Thursday at 8? You know? He should really like organize the whole thing because he's the man. You can't make anyone do anything. You can't make anyone want you. You can't make anyone love you. You can't make anyone do anything. You can entice them. You just have to grow and evolve and hope that people evolve with you. And if they don't, then you leave them behind. And that's kind of heartbreaking, but life is kind of heartbreaking, you know? You're beautiful and you're perfect and I love you. Do you love me too? Good, because I'm hypnotizing you. What are you talking about meow for? In Florence Given's book, Women Don't Know You Pretty, she talks about being a single girl, kind of like waiting for someone to bake you a cake. And she says, like, bake yourself the fucking cake. Bake yourself the fucking cake. Metaphorically speaking, once you can bake yourself the cake, you stop accepting bad behavior in your relationships. Do I haunt you? Are you in love with me? That's your problem. You think everybody is in love with you.